A Saturday evening story about King Ryan the 80th and his spiral after Katie Cakes. Castle sources confirm the latest scandal began when King Ryan the 80th approved what he believed was a dessert delivery, only for Katie Cakes to arrive as a real woman. Instead of admitting the mix-up like a rational monarch, His Majesty allegedly rushed her into royal chambers for immediate royal duties, then paraded her before the throne like a newly acquired prize. Witnesses say he introduced her to the Queen Mother and his brother, widely considered the only voice of reason left in the castle, before loudly declaring to the entire court that Katie's taco was the finest he had ever experienced. Yes, he reviewed her like a menu item, delectably sweet. That is, until the criminal peasant threw a wrench in things. And then, in a move that stunned even seasoned courtiers, Katie Cakes was banished from the kingdom almost immediately after her tacos had been served, despite the king's dramatic exclamations only moments before. The crown consumes, the crown discards. Chapter 2. Gifts aren't necessary, unless they're large. The king frequently insists gifts aren't necessary, while palace records show he mysteriously favors only those who arrive bearing heavy tribute. Buy a cameo and the king will send additional footage of himself, just in case the 40 hours of TikTok live streams are not enough to satisfy your appetite of him. Peasants have noticed the king's genuine love for himself and his altruistic nature of sharing his image with others for a nominal fee. Clearly, he's dedicated to his people. Chapter 3. The King, the Truth, and Team Ryan. His Majesty claims he alone holds the truth, preserved in secret recordings and sacred text messages no one else has seen. Loyal servants who question him are told they don't know what they're talking about, before being immediately exiled from court via block button. He frequently references Team Ryan, which insiders report is not an actual alliance of supporters, but rather the team of specialized physicians desperately needed to address his many mental ailments, most notably delusional thinking and reverse body dysmorphia. "You wish you looked like me" has been heard repeatedly by the king's followers, who are left confused by his self-proclaimed good looks and winning personality. Chapter 4. Dustin, the court jester, or emotional support animal. Enter Dustin, the court jester, functioning less as an entertainer and more as an emotional support animal. Sources say Dustin agrees with everything, challenges nothing, and faithfully strokes the king's ego and mental illnesses. A strategy believed to be the only reason he has avoided banishment or beheading. Chapter 5. Enter 5-star Ryan. Adding to palace concern is the emergence of another personality, 5-star Ryan. This new persona arrives with inflated self-ratings, grand declarations, and enough self-importance to power a small kingdom. Courtiers whisper that the shifting identities are becoming harder to ignore, though none dare speak openly within earshot of the throne without risk of banishment. Chapter 6. Your mama jokes and duck decrees. When confronted with uncomfortable truths, the king defaults to tired "your mama" insults, involving patrons' mothers, in compromising positions, revealing far more about His Majesty's obsessions than intended, followed by bizarre duck-related commands and swift banishment. Some have understandably noted the king's obsessions with mothers and ducks and deemed his obsessions as foul. Debate is dead. Blocking reigns. Queen mother jokes off limits. Chapter 7. Lighting in the chambers and picks his fate. The king frequently speaks of lighting within his chambers as proof of decorating genius. Meanwhile, constant changes to the chamber lighting have onlookers worried about the safety of the small royal hound Pixie, abandoned after being gifted to the criminal peasant. In a chamber only lit by the glow of strip club-inspired neon signs, onlookers fear the purring dog as being at risk. She could easily be sat upon, crushed, or mistaken for roast chicken during one of the king's indulgent feasts in such a dim environment. Chapter 8. The peasant worship continues. Most baffling remains the king's devotion to the scandalous gypsy, a criminal figure he openly worships and once offered bootlicking loyalty toward. His servitude in any capacity like a mindless oaf. Recently, she allegedly chanted, "If it's brown, flush it down." Rather than alarm, the rhyme reignited hope in the longing monarch that she will return to reclaim her place beside his throne. Court observers quietly note the childlike tone seemed to excite him rather than concern him. Final decree. The king denies fame, claims he never asked for it, then insists others chase fame through association with him. And for any noble daring to question his love, adoration, or worship, the decree remains swift. Your mama. The kingdom watches, not in awe, but in disbelief.
Well, first off, I want to thank Team Ryan for the battle. Appreciate it.
Yes, Team Ryan, you really
Team
showed
Ryan,
up.
Thank you. Look,